Let me tell why you should never feel bad where you at, and you should never compare yourself to somebody else. So today I was at Walmart trying to get some groceries, right? And I seen somebody with my dream car. Keep in mind, my dream car is an Audi R8. For the ones who know, an Audi R8 is like a $200,000, $300,000 car. I don't know what it is. I just love this car since I was like 16. Now me, when I see somebody with something I want or something I'm working towards, I just go ask them, hey, how did you get that thing? So I go to him, I'm like, hey bro, that's my dream car. Like that whole live, like, what do you do for a living? How did you get it? He didn't answer what he did for a living, but what he told me was, let me put you on a little secret, right? He was like, I try to buy assets that appreciate. Right now, cars are a depreciating asset. He was like, so all the cars that I drive are leased. He was like, people see me switching out new cars every year and they're amazed. He said last year he was driving a Tesla, and the year before that he was driving a Lambo. I know, knock to him, he's doing what makes him happy, and that is great because it made me think maybe I should do something like that too. But what I'm trying to say is there's probably somebody out there in year 2 or 3 of their car note stressed because they see somebody else buying a new car and they're like, damn, like I'm not making enough money. You're doing just fine, bro. Comparison is the thief of joy. You don't even know the full story.
Okay, do you want to know the easiest way to stop comparing yourself to other people? Is to focus on your own work. If you're sitting in silence, if you are not doing something productive, your thoughts will go towards the negative and you will start to compare yourself to other people. But if you are focused on your own craft, you don't have time to worry about what other people are doing because you are so locked in on your work, your path, your process. And this is something, as athletes struggle with this all of the time. Why is this person having success and I'm not? What are they doing different than me? I see them hitting on social media. I see their training regimen on social media. And you get in this constant comparison cycle because you're either scrolling or you're paying too much attention to what other people are doing instead of focusing on what you're doing. So today, lock into your process. What are you doing to get better? Are you journaling? Are you working out? Are you eating the right foods? Are you putting in extra reps in whatever your skill set is? Are you taking extra shots if you're a basketball player? Are you getting extra swings in if you're a baseball or softball player? Do the freaking work. And don't give a about anything else that anybody else does. Run your race.
Don't let this social media trick you into living a life of misery. So many times we look at other people on social media that seem like they doing well and we compare because they're showing all the things they have. Maybe they dripped in designer, maybe they got a certain car, maybe they traveling, whatever it is. Recently I saw this video and it was this guy, he wanted to get a new car. Right now he had a Benz and he crashed it, so it just was in really bad shape. He wanted to trade it in. He was obviously upside down on the loan. The interest rate on the loan was 26%. Higher than most credit cards on an auto loan. And meanwhile, he was dripped in Givenchy. He had the latest iPhone, and the car he was trying to get was an Infiniti Q60, brand new, $30K. And his credit score was 450. That's insane to me. And it was a real world example of people are out here posting on social media and portraying a certain lifestyle that they're living that is completely untrue. And you are probably doing a lot better than you think you are, but you're putting yourself down. You constantly getting overwhelmed and depressed about where you feel like you are. You think you're behind because you see someone who's 18 who has designer and a nice car, and they traveling and all these things. Just focus on your journey and what works for you to put you in the best position financially. I am not rich yet at all by any means. I still work a regular job, but I was able to go to 2 countries this year. And I paid cash. I didn't take out no debt simply because I was able to just delay the gratification. Of course, we want to do it now. So people do Afterpay, they take out debt. I was able to delay all that and just put my money together to make it happen for myself and make sure that when I come back from the trip, I'm not only not making payments on that vacation, but I get to just relax and come back to a lifestyle that is doing perfectly fine. The bills are still paid. I still got money in my pocket. That's the way I decided was best for me to live. And as I do make more money, I'll just be able to do those things at a higher level. But I can't be out here trying to keep up with people that are probably portraying a false lifestyle and are doing far worse than I'm actually doing. So focus on your own journey, your own life, and what works for you. There's so many people out here portraying a lifestyle and they live in the complete opposite. And it's something that you would never in a million years dream of living.
You can't stop comparing yourself to other people. Don't get me wrong, I understand it is natural for us to measure our successes, our progress in life, our failures to other people. For motivation reasons, cool. To help you cope with feelings of inadequacy, not feeling good enough, unworthiness, not cool. What are you comparing yourself to? Because most of the people only show the highlighted parts of their life. They only show the good parts of their lives. So chances are you are comparing yourself to an idealized version that you have of that person. You are trying to attain or surpass an idealized version of that person. You probably want to fit in, have a sense of belonging, feel accepted. That's natural human experience. I understand that because I used to be in that position. But if that is the case, are you measuring yourself to societal standards? Are you status reaching, trying to find your place or your position in societal hierarchies? Because societal standards always change, baby. They are always moving the goalposts. It is something new every couple of months or every year. So you are always going to feel like you don't fit in. You are always going to feel like you are not good enough. You may constantly be driven by jealousy because of how society shifts and changes so rapidly. Don't measure your worth based off of somebody's appearance, their successes, their possessions, or anything like that, baby. What works for someone may not work for you. If you comparing yourself to somebody else or their life is not for you to be motivated, then it's harmful. And a key indicator is if there's any signs of jealousy, self-doubt, anxiety, or depression because of those comparisons. Okay, baby? I wish you all the best.
Stop comparing your day 30 to someone's year 5. They're better than you right now. There's a huge gap. And it's simply because they have more skin in the game than you do. Whatever you're doing, whether it's a new job, a new industry, you're doing content creation, they have more skin in the game than you do. It's okay. What you fail to realize is they went through the same you had to go through. They went through that learning curve. The difference is they started early and they kept going. Before you can be great at you gotta be sorry at that. You gotta suck at that. You're gonna suck in the beginning. It's okay. These videos I make, they were not the best. I was not the best at talking on camera when I first started making TikToks. But based off the law of averages, I kept recording. I kept showing up every week, every year, and I've grown my channel. I've grown this page. But again, what you fail to realize is they went through the learning curve and they kept going. They kept going, even though they made mistakes on their journey, whether it was content creation, fitness, whatever they're doing in life, they simply have more skin in the game. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing yourself and just simply do yourself a favor and get 1% better every day. Look at what you could get better at, and course correct it. Stop comparing your day 30 to somebody's year 5. They're going to be better than you. Your job is just to close that gap.
Comparison is not only the thief of your joy, of your peace. It is also a thief of your inspiration, your creativity, your sanity. It is a thief of your competence, your gratitude, and your hard work. A while ago, I was traveling with my family. When we booked the rooms at the hotel where we were staying, we all opted to upgrade the rooms. When we got to the destination, we checked in, and then my mom came over to my room to say hi, and she looked around the room and said, "This room is a lot smaller than mine." I immediately ran to her room and she was right, and I was irritated because the difference looked significant. I went to the front desk to see what could be done, and I was told that even with the same style room, that the rooms do vary in size and there was nothing that they could do. They were also fully booked for the time that we were staying there. As we were talking about the whole situation in my mom's room, I actually noticed that my name was on the TV screen. So they had mixed up the keys when we checked in, and they gave her room to me and they gave my room to her. Now, I was not about to tell my mom to move because we are Nigerian and I am not insane. Plus, all of the rooms were supposed to be similar in size to begin with. That's what we booked. The most annoying part was that this was not the first time that this has happened specifically with my room while traveling with my family. I could feel my irritation rising, and in that moment, I knew that if I did not make a conscious choice on a reaction, I would spiral. My annoyance would become a story, and that story would become an identity, the person who this always happens to. Spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle says that the primary cause of unhappiness is in the situation, but your thoughts about it. My unhappiness didn't begin with me being in my room. It began with the comparison that my room was smaller than my mom's. The feelings that followed then created a story. I paid for more, but I didn't get more. These are the questions that I asked myself in that moment. I may not have what I want, but do I have what I need? My answer was yes. Would what I want drastically change my experience in any way? My answer was no. That was a perception issue. A lot of you will be pushing along, building, thriving in your lives, at work, in your businesses, and then you catch a glimpse of someone else's life. All of a sudden, you know nothing. You've done nothing. Your experience is no longer worth much. Comparison will make you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing. It will make you center someone else as the main character in your own story. Comparison will make you think that your year 1 is less impactful than someone else's year 20. Or even the other way around, make you feel like your year 5, 10, 20 is less impactful because it's not as shiny as the new things. So let's finish the story from earlier. This is the wild thing. The next morning, my mom called me to tell me that she had had a very eventful evening. There was an electrical issue in her room that night, and the main lights could not be turned off. The front desk had to call an electrician to come in the middle of the night to fix the issue. It took them over 2 hours to figure it out. Even when you have the things you want, challenges don't cease to exist. I would have been dealing with the same issue if I had been in my original room. Most of our unhappiness is rarely ever external. It's usually internal. It is imperative that you mind your business this year, or like my Nigerian people will say, face your front. Because if you don't, and you take your eyes off your road, comparison will rob you of everything that you have built and how far you have come. If this message resonated with you, connected with you, comment below. Let me know what you think.
Anyway, y'all, I just want to tell y'all to not compare yourself to others, because you might be in a great situation, but because you see somebody else doing good too, you start comparing yourself as like, why is he or she in this place and why am I not? And you might be in a great position, but you might not even realize it and be grateful for it because you're steady focusing on somebody else's blessings. So focus on yourself, guys, and hope y'all doing good. And if you like my video, show me some love because I want to make better content for y'all. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Bye-bye. It's VK.
Is the reason why I'm selfish. I ain't doing it for myself. My partner's got it. You push my little brothers need some help.